You want to look different, valid, fair enough. I hear it all the time. You guys leave comments all the time when we're talking about developing a healthy relationship with food. It's the number one thing that comes up. It's like, yes, I want food freedom. I want peace in my relationship with food. Of course I do. But I'm really scared of letting go of looking the way that I want to look. Let's talk about it. I hear you. To you, looking a different way means everything, or having a certain look means everything. There's this life that you picture. You feel like you've reached your full potential. You feel like you'd finally be yourself. You'd be free to live your life. I know how important it is to you to look a certain way. And the number one reason why you wouldn't pursue developing a peaceful relationship with food, besides not thinking that it's possible for you, is fear of letting that dream die. You want to look different, valid. But please, for your sake, if you're feeling confused and stressed and overwhelmed by this topic, please can we get clear on what you want to look different for? Yes, you want to look different. You want to have a certain look, but you don't want that in a vacuum. You don't want that in isolation. You want whatever you believe it's going to give you, what you're going to get from it. Is it more confidence? Is it more respect? Is it pretty privilege? Is it ability to have fun in life? Is it approval from others? Is it being able to date more people? What is it? What is maybe lots of things? What are those specific things? This is really important because then we're actually talking about what you fundamentally want and need. We're actually talking about the issue at hand. The body, the look is not what we actually want. It's like money. You want more money. Okay, what for? Do you want freedom? Do you want more opportunity? Do you want to be able to do more stuff? Do you want to be able to pay for your children going off to college? Money is the vehicle. The body, the look is the vehicle. What do you actually want? What's attached to it? The reason why this is so important in my experience to get out is because if you want a healthy relationship with food, but you're not pursuing one because you think you have to sacrifice all of these things, then let's get clear on what those things are so we can actually explore the question of, while you might not look a certain way, yes, can you get those needs met? Can you have those things that you desperately need in order to feel well and happy and content in life? If your journey stops with, well, I can't develop food freedom because I won't have the look that I want or the body that I want, then that's so unfair to you. That might be true. We don't know. We don't know where your body would settle, right? But let's say that that is true, that you'd never have the body, your dream body, and the look that you want. So many continue to struggle on thinking about food constantly, not studying, not seeing their friends, not feeling free and in control of their own lives because they do not want to sacrifice a certain look. And it makes sense why when you look at what's attached to it. But that does not mean that you can't have that life, that confidence, that sense of self, that playfulness, that freedom that you're trying to get. I know the association can be so strong of different look means I'm more confident. And this narrative can get built on and embedded and kind of reinforced year after year until they're basically exactly the same thing. But they aren't. And I'm not here to tell you to develop a healthy relationship with food. I'm not here to convince you of that. What I'm here to do is to break down this myth, this pervasive myth and limiting belief that if you develop a healthy relationship with food, it means you have to sacrifice yourself in some sense to it. That's only going to keep people stuck unnecessarily, miserable unnecessarily. We do not have to choose. And if we can figure out what we want a different body for, now we're better equipped to ask some much more helpful questions like, how does someone develop confidence in themselves regardless of how they look? How does someone date and find love in a secure, healthy relationship without relying on how they look? How does someone feel respected by themselves and the people around them without relying on how they look? How does someone have fun and be playful and be fully themselves in life without relying on the way that they look? Now, you won't know the answers to these questions, most likely, because otherwise you would be doing it already. But at least we're asking helpful growth mindset orientated questions now. At least we're asking questions that we can actually do something with. So if you're afraid that if you develop food freedom, you won't get the certain body that you've always dreamed of, and you're afraid of that because you're afraid people will judge you for it or reject you for it, say that part is my invitation to you. I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of being rejected. If you're afraid of not looking a certain way because you think that it means you're going to spend the rest of your life insecure, then say that. I'm afraid of feeling insecure for the rest of my life. What can I do about this? How can I develop confidence? And again, you might continue to choose to diet and control your food and your body. And that's absolutely your choice. This isn't about me trying to change your mind on that at all. Through doing this, I'm just trying to help you to see sort of the reality, objective nature of the situation so that you can make much more informed choice and make sense of the situation for yourself, because the confusion and the feeling like you're trapped or like you've got this horrendous choice to make is horrible. So do you know what, actually, let's try something. If you want to develop a healthy relationship with food that comes naturally to you, but you're afraid of weight gain, or you're afraid of not being able to lose weight, or you're afraid of giving up on a certain look, that is completely valid. That is completely fair enough. What I'm going to invite us all to do is think about, what is it that we want that different body or certain look for? What is it that we're ultimately afraid of by letting go of that specific body? And then you can just fill the comment section with those, and then we'll go through and we'll talk about them. They need getting out, they need validating, they need addressing, and hopefully through that I can do my bit to support you in your journey and making an informed and empowered choice for yourself without fear. No one should step into the journey of developing a healthy relationship with food with lots of fear and reservation. And so if this is ultimately what's holding you back, let's talk about it. So I'll start. I was terrified of gaining weight, and I was desperately pursuing a certain body type. And what I believed I would gain from that was being more attractive to other people. And what I believed I would gain from that is I would be more included, I would be more liked, I would have a bigger sense of belonging, people would want to be around me. And so when I learned about the concept of a healthy relationship with food, I was afraid that if I started to pursue that, it meant letting my dreams of a certain body die. And I was putting myself at risk of being alone, unliked, rejected, and not included and accepted for me. And no, I wouldn't be sitting here today with a healthy relationship with food if I hadn't have learned how to get those needs met in ways that didn't rely on my body. And by the way, newsflash, I didn't have to choose between healthy relationship with food or being loved and liked and accepted. Learning how to be loved and liked and accepted for me was part of me developing a healthy relationship with food. Okay, I've gone first. If you're comfortable sharing, then please do so in the comments. I think it's a really important and healthy and productive discussion for us to have. And it'd be really nice if we could all support each other in this as well. Down in the description, you'll also find other videos if you're new around here on this topic of healthy relationship with food. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.